Today we are diving into one of the most dangerous and double-edged openings in chess theory, the Sicilian Defense, Najdorf poisoned pawn variation. This variation is famous because Black does something extremely bold. Black grabs the pawn on b2 with the queen. But here is the twist. That pawn is poisoned. If Black is not fully prepared, one wrong step and the queen gets chased, the king gets stuck in the center, and the entire position collapses. In this game, we will see how greed, tempo, development, and central control combine into a powerful attacking masterpiece. Let's break it down move by move. 1 e4. White begins with the most classical move in chess. Controls the center. Opens lines for the bishop and queen. Prepares rapid development. White is aiming for open positions and active play. 1 c5. The Sicilian defense. Instead of mirroring with 1 e5, Black immediately fights for the d4 square. This move creates imbalance, leads to asymmetrical pawn structures, signals aggressive counterplay. Sicilian players don't want quiet positions, they want dynamic battles. 2 knight f3. Develops a piece, attacks the e5 square, prepares d4. Very natural. 2 d6. Solid. Black. Protects e5. Prepares knight f6. Keeps flexibility. This is heading into the Najdorf structure. 3 d4. White strikes the center immediately. This is critical in open Sicilian structures. White says, I'm opening the position while I'm ahead in development. 3 c takes d4. Black accepts. Now the center is opening, and tactical play begins. 4 knight takes d4. The knight jumps to the center. This knight controls c6 and e6. Supports kingside play. Becomes a central attacking piece. 4 knight f6. Black attacks the e4 pawn. This is standard Sicilian play. White must now defend e4. 5 knight c3. Defends e4, develops another piece, controls d5. Everything is harmonious for White. 5 a6. This is the signature Najdorf move. Why play a6? Prevents knight b5. Prepares b5 expansion. Gains queenside space. Keeps options flexible. This small pawn move defines the entire Najdorf system. 6 bishop g5. Now we enter the poisoned pawn territory. White pins the knight on f6. Why is this important? Because that knight defends d7 and controls key central squares. White's plan: attack on the king side. Possibly f4, queen d2, long castle. Direct pressure on Black's king. This is sharp chess. 6 e6. Black strengthens the center, opens diagonal for the bishop, prepares bishop e7. Solid but still flexible. 7 f4. Aggressive. White supports e5 push, prepares f5 ideas, signals full kingside attack. This is not positional chess anymore. This is warfare. 7 queen b6. And here comes the poison pawn setup. Black attacks. b2 pawn. d4 knight. This move asks, are you ready for theoretical battle? Because if White allows queen takes b2, the game becomes extremely sharp. 8 queen d2. White calmly defends b2. But this move has deeper meaning. White is preparing. Long castling. Rook b1. Fast development with tempo. White is inviting Black to take the pawn. 8 queen takes b2. Black accepts the challenge. The pawn is captured. Material count, Black is up 1 pawn. But now the queen is far from home, and development is behind. This is where many players go wrong. 9 rook b1. Immediate punishment. White attacks the queen. The rook gains tempo. This is the key idea of the poisoned pawn variation. Every queen move equals white develops with tempo. 9 Queen a3. Queen retreats. But notice, the queen is now misplaced. Black still hasn't developed properly. King is in the center. White is building momentum. 10 E5. Boom. White strikes the center. Why now? Because black is undeveloped. Opening the center while the king is in the middle is deadly. This is perfect timing. 10 D takes E5. Black captures. Forced move. 11 F takes E5. White recaptures. Now look at the pawn on E5. It gains space. Attacks F6 knight. Opens F-file for attack. White's initiative is growing. 11 Knight FD7. Knight retreats. Black wants to challenge the E5 pawn later. But notice, black is moving the same piece again. Still no castling, still undeveloped queenside. White is winning the development race. 12 Knight E4. Strong move. Knight centralizes, attacks C5 and D6, targets F6 and G5 squares. White pieces are harmonizing. This is high-level attacking chess. 12 Queen takes a2. Black grabs another pawn. Now black is 2 pawns up. But this is extreme greed. The queen is even deeper in enemy territory. Development still 0, king still in center. Danger increasing. 13 Rook D1. Powerful move. White brings rook to open file. Attacks D6. Prepares to attack the queen. Every move is improving position with tempo. 13 Queen D5. Queen centralizes. Black tries to stabilize. But look carefully. White has full development advantage. 14 Queen E3. Calm but deadly. White connects rooks. Prepares knight F6 check ideas. Targets E5 and D4 support. Eyes the king side. Coordination is perfect. 14 Queen takes E5. Black takes another pawn. Now black is 3 pawns up. But at what cost? Queen exposed, king unsafe, development disaster. This is the final greedy move. 15 Knight F3. Attack begins. Knight hits the queen, also supports central control. Tempo after tempo after tempo. 15 Queen A5 check. Queen gives check. Trying to escape. But this check does not solve black's problems. 16 C3. Calm defense. White blocks the check, strengthens D4 square, prepares bishop C4. Very controlled play. 16 Knight C6. Finally black develops something. But it's too late. White's attack is ready. 17 Bishop C4. Now the position explodes. Bishop targets. F7. E6. Vulnerable king. Black's king is still in the center. This is critical. 17 Knight C takes E5. Black captures the knight, trying to reduce pressure. But this opens more lines. 18 Knight takes E5. White recaptures. Now white's pieces dominate. Bishop on C4. Knight on E5. Rook on D1. Queen active. Black king still stuck. 18 Queen takes E5. Queen captures again. But this removes the queen from defensive squares. And now comes the final blow. 19 Oh. White castles. Game over. Why resign? Let's understand deeply. After castling, rook comes to F1. F-file pressure begins. Bishop and knight coordinate. Black cannot castle safely. King is stuck in center. Development difference is massive. Black is 3 pawns up, but completely lost. If black tries to castle queenside, impossible. If black tries kingside, too late. If black tries to defend, white crashes through the center. Material means nothing when development is 0, king is unsafe, queen is misplaced. Black resigns. 1-0. Lessons from this game. Development is more important than material. Never grab pawns blindly in sharp positions. Tempo is everything in open positions. Open the center when your opponent's king is in the middle. The poisoned pawn is not free. It comes with consequences. This is why the Najdorf poisoned pawn is one of the most theoretical and dangerous variations in chess history. It has been played by Kasparov, Fischer, and but only with deep preparation. If you are not fully ready, the poisoned pawn will destroy you. If you enjoyed this deep analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more advanced chess breakdowns.